You've probably seen this face many times, in museums, in books, and even on your phone. But what makes this painting so special? Why does the Mona Lisa continue to captivate millions of people worldwide? Is it her smile? The mystery behind her gaze? Or is it Leonardo da Vinci's extraordinary technique that breathes life into the painting? Today, we'll break down every detail so you can finally say, "Now I know." Let's begin. The Mona Lisa was created by Leonardo da Vinci between 1503 and 1506 in Florence, the heart of the Renaissance, a period marked by a revival of art, science, and humanism. Leonardo was not just a painter. He was a scientist, engineer, anatomist, and inventor, a true polymath who explored the world through multiple disciplines. His curiosity and understanding of anatomy, light, and nature heavily influenced his art. This is why his paintings feel incredibly realistic and alive, unlike many others from his time. The woman in the portrait is Lisa Gherardini, wife of a wealthy merchant, but Leonardo never handed over this portrait. Instead, he kept it with him for years, refining it meticulously. Let's start with the overall composition. Leonardo uses a pyramidal structure to arrange the figure of Mona Lisa. Her head is the apex, and her folded hands form the base, creating a triangle that gives the painting stability and harmony. This pyramid is a classical compositional technique that guides the viewer's eye naturally through the portrait, from her face to her hands, then to the background. The positioning of her body slightly turned with her face facing forward creates a sense of depth and realism. This subtle twist was innovative compared to the flat, profile poses popular in earlier portraits. Her relaxed hands rest gently on the armrest, showing Leonardo's skill in depicting natural human posture, a shift from the stiff poses of the Middle Ages. One of the Mona Lisa's most famous features is her smile. Mysterious, subtle, almost elusive. This effect is achieved through sfumato, an Italian word meaning smoky or softened. Leonardo applied this technique by layering very thin glazes of oil paint, softly blending the edges between light and shadow without harsh lines. If you look closely at her mouth and cheeks, you'll notice that there is no clear outline. Instead, there's a gradual transition of tones, which tricks your brain into seeing different expressions depending on your focus and lighting. This softness creates a smile that seems to appear and disappear, giving Mona Lisa her enigmatic charm. Now, let's examine the eyes, or more precisely, her gaze. No matter where you stand, it feels like Mona Lisa is looking directly at you. This phenomenon is called the Mona Lisa effect, a psychological illusion created by Leonardo's use of perspective and shadow. He painted the eyes with subtle gradations of light and carefully placed catchlights, tiny white reflections that simulate moist, alive eyes. This realistic treatment causes the gaze to follow viewers, creating a powerful connection between the artwork and the observer. Leonardo also expertly uses chiaroscuro, the contrast of light and shadow, to model the face and hands three-dimensionally. Instead of using strong outlines, he built shapes through gradual tonal shifts, making Mona Lisa's face appear soft and round, almost sculptural. The light source comes from the upper left, casting gentle shadows under her nose and chin, enhancing her realistic form. This subtle interplay of light and shadow adds depth, making her seem more alive than a flat image. Look at the background. It's not just a random scene. It's a dreamlike, almost surreal landscape with winding paths, rivers, and distant mountains. Leonardo painted the background using atmospheric perspective, a technique where distant objects appear lighter and blurrier, enhancing the illusion of depth. The unclear paths and water might symbolize life's journey or the unknown future. This adds a poetic, almost mysterious layer to the portrait, contrasting with the calm figure in the foreground. Technically, the Mona Lisa was painted on a poplar wood panel using oil paints, which was a relatively new medium in Italy at the time. Oil paint allowed Leonardo to blend colors slowly and build up delicate layers of translucent glaze, perfect for his sfumato technique. If you look very closely under magnification, you can see thousands of tiny, almost invisible brush strokes that Leonardo used to create soft transitions of tone and texture. This painstaking process explains why the painting looks so lifelike and why it took Leonardo several years to complete. For centuries, the Mona Lisa was famous, but not the most famous. In 1911, an event catapulted it into global fame: the theft of the painting from the Louvre. Vincenzo Peruggia, an Italian patriot, stole the painting, hoping to return it to Italy. The world was captivated by the news, and the painting became a media sensation. For 2 years, she was missing. People lined up to see the empty space on the wall. The newspapers exploded with coverage. Picasso was even suspected. When she was finally recovered in 1913, the painting was no longer just a Renaissance portrait. The Mona Lisa became an international celebrity. And then came the pop culture, appearing in movies, advertising, and pop art. And of course, millions of people snapping selfies with her every year at the Louvre. Is it the most beautiful painting ever made? Beauty is subjective, but the Mona Lisa remains iconic because it transformed portrait painting. It combined scientific observation, technical mastery, and poetic mystery. It invites viewers into a personal, almost intimate encounter with the subject, an experience new for its time. That's why it continues to inspire millions, and why understanding it enriches our appreciation of art as a whole. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the Mona Lisa's secrets. If you want to explore more masterpieces in a way that makes art simple and fascinating, please subscribe to Art Now You Know. Tell me in the comments which artwork you want to discover next. See you soon.